Hello, hello, hello. And here is the next question that we often hear from our clients. And that question is, what's probate? Most people have heard the term probate. They know that that is a lot of what we talk about in estate planning. And basically, probate is simply a court system. Okay? Every state has their own probate court system. They have a judge who's in charge of the estate. And when you pass away, who's in charge of making sure your assets go to your heirs and legally entitled to them. It's also the court system to make sure that if someone, whether it's a minor child or incapacitated adult, has someone else that a judge has selected to be in charge of that person's assets and that person's medical decision making. So the probate court is one way of thinking of it, is a plan for those without a plan. If you haven't done any estate planning to avoid or minimize probate, you're leaving it up to a probate judge to figure out who's in charge of your finances if you're incapacitated, who's guardian of your children if something happens to you, who's in charge of getting your assets gathered, inventory to paying your creditors, and ultimately distributing your estate out to your heirs. And the probate judge is there to have to fill in any gaps that exist or any inconsistencies or any questions. It's a court proceeding. And when your family or loved ones have to go through probate to help you or your estate, they get a case number. It's just like any other legal proceeding in any other court. The court records are public. The judge is deciding things along the way. You can try to avoid probate or minimize probate as much as possible with your estate plan if you actually sit down and put things in writing ahead of time. But if you missed anything or there's some things that you didn't do, probate is kind of the fill in the gap for your plan. You know, some of us joke that it is a lawsuit against yourself for your own assets. So keep that in mind. Probate is not a bad word. In New Jersey, it is not as terrible as some other states. It is not, as drawn out as in states like California, let's say. However, it's work. The person who is in charge of the probate, the executor or the administrator, they have a lot to do. They have a lot of people that are telling them to hurry up. They have a lot of people that are, questioning whether they're doing the right thing. There's a lot of pressure on that person, so you always want to make sure that whoever is going to have to do probate, if you do have just a will and not a trust, that they're up to that task. So keep that in mind as well. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me at ralstonlawestateplanning.com. And I hope that you listen to some of our other videos on estate planning and the frequently asked questions when it comes to that. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.